loose ball, and it's gonna go. Maddie buries it in the net to tie it. It's good! Welcome everybody to Framingham High School, home of the Division I preliminary round between the Diman Bengals and the Framingham Flyers. Evan Massoud with you. Great to be with you here as we begin our playoff coverage here this fall. It's pretty amazing that we are already in playoff mode. Seems like we just started the school year, but here we are nonetheless. And the Bengals at 11-7 with a winning record against the 3-13 Flyers, who this year, you know, good strength of schedule, getting them a top 32 ranking. For seeding purposes, Diman listed as a 35th seed, the last qualifier of D1. Framingham listed as the 30th seed. That's as when the brackets came out. Diman officially was 43rd, but that takes into account all the teams that did not qualify at large as well. So while they may have been ranked a little higher due to strength of schedule, it doesn't mean that they were going to qualify for the tournament, and that's where, you know, some of the confusion can sometimes lie. So, for example, there were multiple schools that were higher than Diman, including Lowell, at a .9950 rating, but they were 8-12. They didn't have a winning record. So Diman getting in at large because of record. Framingham's opponent schedule is a 3.0. They are just a handful of teams that had a 3.0 or better, and that's what got them such a high ranking, because that offset their margin of victory, which is in the negative because they have a below 500 record. So just to kind of give you some perspective there on kind of how things shook up. So Diman 11-7 and Framingham at 3-13. Take a quick pause here as we honor those who served our country proudly here. And now we will play the national anthem. All right, just about game time here at the Flyers home gym. And I just want to take the opportunity right from the start here, thank Athletic Director Paul Spear and Assistant Athletic Director Brenna King for giving us some space to do our job and making sure we got in here early for setup and whatnot. As usual, folks, we love to go on the road. Gets us to see some, new places, some gyms that we have never been to, some schools we've never been to. I've actually never been up here, believe it or not. We've done a lot in Metro West and Boston area, but never come to Framingham. But one of the challenges, of course, is the cell service. As you know, we are at the mercy of a hotspot when we hit the road, and how good the cell service is in that general area. And you would think, being in the Boston, it's such a metro area, that the 5G coverage would be a little better, but inside the schools we deal with some of the issues with the signal getting in. So we'll do our best for you, but unfortunately we can't control the cell towers. So hopefully we will stay live and decent enough for you to watch, but please always know that we archive on our YouTube channel, Fred TV Sports, and we archive the night of the game. So we have to travel home tonight, obviously, but head over to YouTube and click that subscribe button so you always can see when we upload something as well. Diman's going to start us off here. Bengals pulled off an upset last year in their first playoff game in D1 when we traveled to Arlington. First point is going to go to the Flyers, though. It was quite a game. And one that Diman was not favored in, having to go into Division I for the tournament and whatnot, like they are this year. So errant serves for both sides. Get those jitters off, shaken off, and back at it here. Gloria Moniz will serve now for the Bengals. Diman in their road black uniforms with the orange stripes, Bengal stripes, if you will. And Framingham in their home navy blues, poked up, and that avoids the rafters. Third touch will not go back over for Diman. Their libero wearing white, as well as Framingham's in white. For Diman, number 8, Autumn Resendiz, and for Coach Vitti, her libero on the other side in a white silver. And it's 3-1 early. Now field hockey for Durfee. Talk some playoff stuff here right out of the gate as well. Other teams. Field hockey for Durfee qualified 16th. They were the 16th seed, guaranteed a home game in the round of 32. And they host King Philip tomorrow. 3:30 start at Durfee. We will have live coverage of that. And then we will break and reset and have live football coverage. So it'll be a double header for you at Durfee tomorrow, which we're looking forward to. That should be great fun. Field hockey with the best season they've had under Coach Nicole Henrique, who is your reigning Coach of the Year for D1, by the way, Boston Globe. She was honored with this recognition a year ago, and they've just done everything this year, really. The only thing they didn't do was beat Somerset. But that's, Somerset's always been a thorn in Durfee's side. So, but Durfee field hockey has been fantastic, and 14-4 regular season, no ties, so it's a win or a loss for them this year, and really did very well in the regular season, hoping to make a splash in the playoffs, as Diman has now taken a lead. 3 straight points for the Bengals, led by former Hilltopper Kathy Noversa once again. Great to see Coach. Haven't had a chance to see her or the team in the regular season. We had a couple games that were on the schedule, and for circumstances out of our control, had to shift things around as the season went on, and unfortunately we were not able to get to the Diman home gym, but we're here now, and we're happy to be giving you coverage. Durfee girls soccer, what a strange way for their season to end. Last week they had a Ponequid at home. Durfee was in a situation when we were covering field hockey senior night last week at Durfee. We were getting some updates on other teams, and athletic director Brad Buston was telling us that, you know, soccer can actually get in. They weren't mathematically out of it. They had to win out. And last week, they played Apponequet and were up late in that game and then ended up giving up a couple goals. And with 12 minutes to go, it was tied 4-4, and one of the Lakers players took a ball to the head and got knocked unconscious. Scary situation, to say the least. And so, as we saw with Diamond football a couple weeks back, when EMTs had to come for the injured player and take him to the hospital, they had to call EMTs again for the soccer game. And so that game never got finished. Just kind of stopped, suspended, I guess would be the best way to describe it. And so Durfee having to win out. They played on Tuesday, and they won that game. So now they had the game to finish. They had to finish that game because they won on Tuesday. So they finished it yesterday, and unfortunately unable to push back ahead in those final 12 minutes. I mean, think about it. You get geared up to finish a game, and there's only 12 minutes. You're used to playing an hour and 20 minutes. 12 minutes goes by very fast. And unfortunately, the Lady Hilltoppers and the Lakers finished in a 4-4 tie. And Durfee needed the win. They needed the points from the win. They needed to get to 500. So they finish with 7 wins, 8 losses, and a few ties instead of 8-8 with a few ties. That is in for the point. So girls soccer ending in rather tough way because they really came on strong at the end of the season after what was a very tough start. And to even be in the conversation with 2 games left shows you how hard they worked. That's on the line. That should be in as well, and it is. The 10th point for Framingham. And not to go unannounced as well, we were not made aware of this, and I wish we did know, but unfortunately we didn't know until afterwards. Had another milestone in girls soccer. Last year, Julia Hargraves, as a senior, got her 100th point. And this year, her sister, as a junior, Maddie Hargraves, picked up her 100th point, and that was on senior night, that 8-0 rout of Diman. So congrats to Maddie. I know the season is over, and wish that they were getting into the playoffs this year, but that's a tremendous accomplishment for Maddie. So we congratulate her on that one. So some good milestones for our female players. Pancaked, but not able to be lifted by Resendiz. Great effort by Diman. And our female athletes getting some nice moments, nice milestones. We saw Curran with field hockey, 2 records that she holds alone now, and then Hargraves, both Hargraves sisters, consecutive years getting milestones. So good stuff, good stuff. So for Durfee boys soccer, they are in. We're waiting till tomorrow, and we should have that matchup for you while we're on the air tomorrow, so where they'll be. We anticipate Monday being the day. I don't think that we'll see anything on Sunday. At least that's not kind of the indication I received from my own sources. So good dig there, and that is out of bounds. Diamond with the point. So we're anticipating a Monday soccer playoff game. Not sure where, when. Because there were games. Well, you know what? Let's check. Why not? Let's check those power rankings and see if they were updated today. Let me see. Boys and girls. Okay. Boys and girls soccer. Data entries as of 10/29, but there were games on the 29th on Tuesday. Durfee at the moment, Durfee finishing their season 16 games. They are the 30 seed at 8-3-5. Again, coming on strong towards the end of the year because we know they had a lot of ties. So it's 15-7. And there was a point where they weren't winning games. Coach Noversa calls a timeout, and we'll continue breaking down some other tournament stuff. So Durfee picking up some wins where they needed it and had some decent margins of victory as well, which is good. So 30th seed. The problem with soccer, and this was just amazing, so there's 59 teams in D1, Diman included. They're 5-5-8. So you could see if they won half their games, they should be in as well, if that's like what you're going off of in 18 games, because the ties count as well. So 5-5, you get points, and then you add in the ties. 8 ties is 4 points, if I'm not mistaken. It's or half a point, or it's 1 point. I forget it's either 1 point for ties and 2 for wins, or it's a half a point for ties and 1 for wins. Either way, same difference. You come to the same conclusion. So Diman should be in as well for boys soccer. But there are so many teams as of Tuesday that have won half their games. 59 Division I teams, and from 33 to 59, we'll count them up. We have Winchester, Methuen, Central Catholic, North Andover, New Bedford, Somerville, Lynn English, Marshfield, Springfield Central, Everett, that's 10 already. Bridgewater Raynham, Diman, and that should be it. But Plymouth North on the bubble if they haven't finished their season yet. It looks like they got one more that was not incorporated here into the scoring. Same with, there was one other one I saw too. I'll go back. Boston Latin. So, I mean, tons of teams that could be at large. So there's going to be a lot of preliminary round games for soccer, and with that, given that Durfee's 30th, and they're going to have to probably, chip into the top 32 at least, 10 to 15 teams at the bottom there, from like 17 down or 18 down to play in the prelims. Durfee will most certainly have a prelim, but they may be at home with so many teams at the bottom below them. Being 30th, they should be hosting a prelim game, which would be ideal for Mondays. So as I continue to ramble about it, there's so many variables, but the soccer bracket is just going to be wild because there's going to be a lot of teams. Going to be a lot of teams in that D1 bracket. Diman being further down, being at large, below 32, they'll most likely have a road game. The Bengals boys will. Bengals girls not getting in. They did not have a great year. So unfortunately, their season done. But both boys soccer teams in. That's a kill. And another point for the Flyers. They're up by 8. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Durfee for football has Brockton tomorrow. That's going to be a tall order, I think. Brockton, I have not seen, pretty amazing. I have not seen Durfee beat Brockton in football since I've been doing this. It's unfortunate, but it's just the truth. Diman got back at it last week with a win after their first loss of the year. So Bengals football is 6-1. Big win against BP, 42-6. And they have South Shore on the road tomorrow, trying to finish 7-1 and head into the playoffs with some momentum. Durfee last week, kind of a mixed bag game for football. It was a loss, unfortunately, and you can look at it in good ways and bad ways. They played Dennis Yarmouth, put up 35 points, but they also allowed 41 to a lower division team again, unfortunately. So that's kind of it's like win one battle but lose the other in a sense, and then still lose the game. Unfortunately, Durfee came up short. They had a valiant comeback. Just could not. They were down by 21 at one point, and they made it a one-score game. Just not able to, finish it off, unfortunately. So Durfee at 1-6, and they have a lot of points, averaging the defense over 30 points a game, and that's the tough part because the defense. When I talked to coaches early in the year, that was something they were pretty excited about, and unfortunately, it's been a tough go of it for the Durfee defense this year. Brockton on the season, pull up their record. Brockton football 3-4. And coming off of a 21-0 win against New Bedford last week. If they beat Durfee tomorrow, they'll be the Big Three champs. Losses to Barnstable, Franklin, and Lincoln Sudbury to start the year. They got their first win against Lawrence, lost to Andover, and then beat Everett and New Bedford the last 2 weeks. Those losses, though, 3 of those losses were 3-point losses, 3 of the 4. So they've been in every game, really, except for the Franklin game where they got beat 35-7. But 10-7 on opening night, the loss. 17-14, a loss on week 3. And then Andover on October 12th was a 24-21 loss. So Brockton's been in every game, and as you can see by their schedule, a much more challenging schedule than Durfee's. Brockton tending to, they got that foot, 1 foot in the door to the Boston area because of where they are. And Brockton tends to have a tougher schedule, which is, I think, what makes them such a tough opponent, for the South Coast teams like us. 20-14, Diman trying to close the gap here a little bit in set number 1. All important first set. Great to win the first set of a volleyball match. Certainly helps you to kind of play the way you want to play, knowing that you're up by 1 rather than having to play from behind. And Diman now down just 5, trying to put a rally together behind Casey Lynch, who's had some good serves here. Casey, one of just 5 seniors for Coach Noversa. But fair number of players returning this year for the Bengals. And I have to imagine 1 more point for Diman here if the Flyers don't get the stop, that we may see Coach Vitti burn a timeout. Diman's looked better since Coach Noversa used her timeout. Good dig there, coming right back, poke down, and it's good for the point. Got ourselves a game here in the first set. And Coach Vitti talking about her team to me earlier, never seen her squad. And said, when we serve well, we play well. But since the defense has kind of been a bit of an Achilles heel, so when another team gets going, like this, it's a 2-point game. When another team gets going on the serves and gets into a rhythm, that's where the Flyers tend to struggle and some of the weaknesses get exploited. And Diman's had some good placement, some tremendous serves. That's trouble. It's a 1-point game. And Coach Vitti will use a timeout. What a comeback here for Diman. Now the question is, can they close it out here in the first set and keep it going after having to stop with the timeout? I always love, and I kind of joke almost in a way too, because it's important. It's not minimizing anything, but it's just kind of funny. In the playoffs, we have 4 officials for volleyball on the smallest surface that you will see any sport play on in high school sports. We have 4 officials because we have 2 line judges at opposite corners watching back lines and sidelines. And then you have your regular 2 officials, one on the floor at the net and then the one on the ladder. Whereas during the regular season, you only have the 2 officials at the net. You don't have the line judges. But it's interesting because you have so many officials watching such a small area to play on, and then you get to soccer, and it's an enormous, full stadium field, and you only have 3 for conferences, for example. Always kind of interesting. Oh, that was going out, but it was played and misplayed, and we are tied at 20. Diman has drawn even. 8 straight for the Bengals. It was 20-12. And it's going to be 21-20. Lynch will continue to serve. Working both sides of the court. Great diving stop. It won't get over, but what an effort from Corey Siasan. 10 straight points for Diman, a 10-0 run for the Bengals. Straight up, back line will lob it back to the front, and the Flyers will get it over this time on the third touch. Poked at, trouble, sliding into the bleachers is Abby Lavoie. What a run from the Bengals, though. My goodness. 10 straight points. They're up by 1 here in the late stages of the first. Good serve, coming in hot, played. Crossing, and that is trouble. Diman's gonna get it right back. And whoever's going on the serve, take a cue from Lynch. That's Lavoie. Need some solid serves here. You need 2 points for an upset in the first set. That's a good serve. Right to the back line. Big swing. (24-21), set point for the Bengals. Timeout, Coach Vitti. Flyers will huddle up again on set point. So Diman has outscored the Flyers 12-1 over these last 13 points. That's what a way to close out, come back and close out, really. Still need the set point here, but they have some wiggle room. What a day, too, weather-wise, huh? Halloween today. Happy Halloween, everybody. Low to mid-70s. October 31st. We'll take it. Tomorrow's going to be great for field hockey and football, too. But what an afternoon for Halloween. All right, set point for Diman. Looking to steal one back here in the first set. They were down by 8 at one point. And they've got it. Game 1 to the Bengals. How about it? You see the crowd stomping their feet on the Bengals fans on our side, shaking the bleachers. I feel like we're back at the James T. Ashley gym, just saying. What a first game win, first set win for the Bengals. 4-point victory, 13-1. They outscore the Flyers down the stretch. And they lead at 1-0 here in the best of 5 prelim D1 playoff. 2.5 minutes here in between sets. We'll take a break, and we'll see you on the other side for live playoff coverage. Set number 2.
St. Anne's Shrine is an anchor building to Fall River.
Many worshipers have claimed that this landmark is the site of miraculous healings.
Construction began in 1891. The Romanesque revival style is unprecedented, and the 160-foot steeples are visible from all directions. The congregation was established generations ago when builders mined world-renowned Fall River granite located at the base and utilized Vermont blue marble for the upper exterior walls.
"40 years ago, the shrine was added to the National Register of Historic Places. Despite some disrepair, this is a working building, open for prayer and reflection. In addition, a Christian lay organization distributes food from here on Saturdays."
Amazingly, 3 priests are entombed below. Volunteers with St. Anne's Shrine Preservation Society expect this house of worship will again welcome pilgrims from near and far, as well as historians, architects, and school children.
11 years ago, voters approved a 1.5% property surcharge to fund the Community Preservation Act. Over $150,000 was awarded for repairs on the southern side of the building. Craftsmen are entrusted to restore the slate roof tiles, copper gutters, and downspouts. Phase 2 entails duplicate copper and slate work, as well as repointing of mortar joints. These efforts will permit the upper church to reopen for the public.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Welcome back, everybody, to Framingham High School, home of the Flyers and home of the Division I preliminary round for girls volleyball. Diman making the trip here to square off against the higher seed. And the Bengals showing that they are here to play. You know, they, again, had an upset last year at Arlington, a game that they were not favored in. And they came out on top in that one, and now, as you see on your screen, 25-21 was the score for set number 1. We'll reset it to zeros. And Diman leading here. Framingham will serve first. And much like the first, Framingham starting off ahead. But I'll tell you one thing, got to credit, that's out of bounds. Diman will have it. Got to credit Casey Lynch, because she led the charge in that big run that Diman had, 10 straight points. She was the server, and she was solid. She worked both sides of the court. There are many that the Flyers were unable to even return. An errant serve that time, though, from Moniz. So the Flyers now will go back to serve. This is number 3 for the Flyers. Third touch, Bengals dump it back. Oh, riding the line. Little trickery there from Violet Kalmar, the senior that Coach Vitti said is one of her better players. Good strong serve that time, not coming back. A little about the Flyers, they're using a 6-2 offense this year because they have 2 setters that they've been kind of going a tandem. And interestingly enough, you know, hearing that from Coach Vitti, we've seen that it seems more and more often. You know, some teams, sure, they have like the designated setter, but there's more than one setters we've seen on a lot of rosters this year. And Durfee, one of them, in fact. So, and it seems to be working. You know, you go to the team's strengths. Another ace. Framingham coming out, throwing some punches early here. Straight up, and a chance for Diman on their third touch here. They'll dump it over, but they're at least able to keep it in play. Kalmar, that's going to be a tough play. Third touch again. Diman will punch it back, but can't really get into a good set. Double touch going to be called against Siasan, and it will give the Bengals the ball after 5 straight for Framingham. Substitution from Framingham. Here we go. Caitlin Shy on the serve. And that's an ace on the ground. You know, Framingham, interesting to see, you know, a lot of them serving right from the line. not a running start, not throwing the ball too high, and I mean, just almost flat-footed and getting a lot of power behind it. That time, not high enough, obviously, but still, we saw that from the last server as well. Not the usual situation. That's unreturned, an ace for Diman. Lynch on the serve. Second straight serve. Diman would like to keep her back there for a while. As long as they can keep getting points, that's going to go out, though. So her rotation done in terms of serving. Haley Angelo. Misplayed on the back there. Rezendes a little in between there, kind of deflecting off the arms. 10-4. So Framingham, much like the first set, building a decent lead. And into the net it goes. That set from Angelo. We had been seeing Siasan setting. That time she took a swing. So a prime example of the two-setter offense that we've been told about. Perfect placement, but getting to the bench. And a bit of a collision there. It was a great dig on a very powerful swing. Diman not able to do anything with it. Kalmar. That one skips over for the ace. Oh, that was tipped by Fernandez. Kalmar, some really good power serves. And back again, here we go. Trouble, third touch, can they get it over? They do. Diman able to dump it back. Now the third touch for the Flyers. Punched at. Kalmar comes running in, kind of cut off Roa. Now Roa punching at it, and that's going to be good. Pancake not happening. It's a 9-point Flyers lead. That's in. Good hit there from Moniz. And that kind of stops the bleeding a bit. 14-6. And I believe that's Rigo, number 10, going back to serve now for the Bengals. Well, World Series done in 5 games. And I'm sure the Boston area fans very happy with the result. Be lying if I said I wasn't. And I don't know, it's funny, that Netflix just came out with a 3-part miniseries called The Comeback about 2004 Red Sox and, being down 3-0 to the Yankees and coming back to force Game 7, win it, the whole bit. And just kind of reignited a little something there, I think. Disdain for the pinstripes. Not to mention Fall River's own Brandon Gomes, who's the general manager for the Dodgers. So it's a little bit of hometown pride right there, too. And, if not for anything, we won't digress too much on pro sports in the World Series, but if not for nothing, but the payrolls for those two teams, that should be in. It is. The fact that they both spent the hundreds of millions in their payroll, how much, more than $500 million between the two teams, and that they were the two teams in the World Series, just completely proves what the Red Sox are trying to do and play cheap in a market that warrants spending money. It just completely disproves any methodology and mindset that John Henry and Tom Warner in the front office have right now. So I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but I'm not a happy Red Sox fan right now. We'll leave it at that. Boston market here, and the guys on 98.5, the Sports Hub today, saying it kind of feels like it was before the Red Sox won the World Series in 04. It's like, okay, good. Well, it's not that we're going to be in it, but who can beat the Yankees? Scaffolding in play. Diman able to play it cleanly. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But bottom line, you got to start winning. And winning means bringing in superstar players, and they kind of go hand in hand. And part of that means spending money. And no, we're not talking about the Fenway experience, Tom Warner. So I'll digress with that. Congrats to the Dodgers and to Fall River's own Brandon Gomes. And a couple former Sox players that had great impacts. Kind of ironic that Mookie Betts had Mookie Betts had the championship clinching RBI, and Verdugo, who the Sox got for Mookie in the trade, strikes out to end the World Series. It's wonderful. Wonderful. 16-10. Enough about sports. Baseball's done. That's out. A little too strong that time. And Diman, though, chipping away there again. Maybe I should digress. Every time I digress about something else, Bengals putting up a few points in a row. Number 3 back to serve. I'm sorry we don't have her name on our roster here. But she had a few really good serves to start this set. That's trouble. Well played at the net by the Flyers, and now Diman cannot poke it back over. That was Lukovnikova, who played that well at the net there, number 16. Framingham hoping to even the match. Diman going to get a point out of it, though. The Flyers kind of caught napping. The front line was nowhere near it, and the back line could not get there in time. Really good placement on the serve receive. Resendiz, that one skips over for the point. Ace for the Diman libero. High arcing serve that time, lots of elevation. That's gonna be a tough play, that's out of bounds. Serve leading to the sidelines a little too much there. Resendiz, ready, gets the whistle. Straight up, third touch now. Kind of a half-hearted swing there by Hulkner. 4-point game. Diman coming back again. Siasan with the set. Good swing there from Kalmar. Tough play, and Diman will give it back. And it is now back to 5. 19-14. Caitlin Shy will serve for the second time here in game 2 as well. Good serve. Played by Resendiz. Big swing. That's going to come right back to Diman. They got room for a set. It's a good one from Lavoie. Poked over. Trouble. Point for Diman. Lynch back to serve that time. So again, she's been strong here in the early goings of the match with the service game. Bengals would like to keep her there and string together a few more points. They'll get another one here as that one goes into the net. It's a 3-point game. That's going to be long. A rare miscue, errant serve. Haven't seen too many from Diman since this game got rolling. Haley Angelo, sophomore. Let it fly. Tell you, it's amazing how many times Resendiz has played the serve. Almost every time. She's camped out backline center, and she has received at least 2/3 of the serves tonight. Big hit, ball still in play, sent back over. This is another play at the net. Who's got the violation though? It was called against Diman. Both players were in the net. The point goes to Framingham. They'll serve again. Kalmar will go back to send it away here. 21-17. Diman down 4. Flyers 4 away from tying the score. And Kalmar's got a very powerful serve. That's a tough call. That's a tough one there. To the bench. Kalmar wants to close it out. Timeout called by the Bengals. Next serve will have to wait. A 23-17 score here in the second. All right, Flyers and Kalmar ready to serve. Another powerful serve. Third touch. Diman sends it over. Oh, great save! Still in play! And another violation called against the Bengals. Man, some real tough calls against the Diman team here. Late in the game, some tough violations, and it is set point for the Flyers. A lot of spin on it. Third touch sent back to the Flyers, who will set. Roa finishes it off. Game number 2 goes to the Flyers, 25-17, and they even this best of 5. with a game apiece. So we are guaranteed to go 4 here in the prelim round. A pivotal third set coming up. We'll step aside and be back with more live coverage after the break.
Hi, my name is Stephanie MacArthur, Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As another school year begins, we as the city just want to remind everyone of some of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are designed for your safety. Please make sure to use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic before crossing the street. Drivers, use caution when entering a school zone. State law mandates a strict 20-mile-per-hour speed limit in all school zones. Parking within a crosswalk is strictly prohibited. By showing respect and patience, we can ensure that everyone arrives at their destination safely and on time. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions and/or concerns, please feel free to contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
Fall River Public Schools has opportunities for positions in multiple areas for people looking to work with the next generation. Come grow with our team. We have openings for teachers, paraprofessionals, and teaching assistants, and other educational support positions available. We are also looking to fill operations support positions such as custodial, security, and food service. We offer competitive salary and benefit plans. We have rewarding work available in our 21st century schools and learning environments. Come grow with us. Please contact the Human Resources Department at 508-675-8420, extension 53708, or see our postings on our website at fallriverschools.org.
Welcome back to Framingham High School. Diman on the court, ready for the third set. We're tied here 1 apiece. Evan Nassoud with you for live coverage of the MIAA State Tournament on Fred TV. Division I preliminary round of girls volleyball. Flyers take to the court now as well. This game, bracket-wise, in the bottom right quadrant of the bracket, the number 3 seed, Lincoln Sudbury, is the highest seeded team in this area of Division I. They finished at 17-3. Tremendous season for Lincoln Sudbury. Diman will start off ahead. First time they've had the opening point to any of the sets tonight. And I mentioned Lincoln Sudbury because that is the round of 32 opponent waiting for the result of this one. And whoever wins this one is playing tomorrow on the road at Lincoln Sudbury. There's no off day from the prelim. November 1st tomorrow. It is going to be a 4:30 game at Lincoln Sudbury. Whoever wins this one will go into the next round, the round of 32, tomorrow. Straight up. Tough play there. Fernandes not able to get it over, and it'll be 1-1. It's out of bounds on the serve. So both schools now trading out of bounds serves. That time Mona's unable to find the corner. The short serve quickly played there by Lynch and now dumped over by Lavoie. Third touch there, good set, big finish, and 3-2 Flyers, their first lead of the third. Kalmar with a big swing, good dig there, punched at and swung. Underhand swing, almost like a handball swing. Diman gonna get the point. That got a little wild and unsettled, but the Bengals will take it. A point is a point. And Resendiz will serve. And that's gonna be short. And Resendiz knew it right away. A misfire. So some serving issues for both sides in the early goings of game 3. Diamond fans traveled well. Good contingency of fans here next to us. Ah, that's a double touch. You can hear it. 5-3. That's coming back. Resendiz had to redirect, and the Bengals salvage it. They get it over on the third touch. The set here, Kalmar coming in, trying for the big finish. It's played by Fernandez. And now the Flyers have to do something. Third touch here. Diman pokes it over. Kalmar again. She's got it. Saw her set up, charge forward, swinging on the run. I want a floater. Third touch, another double touch by Rigo, and I being overly critical, but I don't like those. We see too many non-setters doing that these days, and double touches get called when you just have to dump it over on your third touch. There's no reason to do more with it. An ace, and it's 8-3. And that's not picking out Rigo specifically. It's just she's the last one to do it, but the ball was high enough. Take a swing. I mean, honestly, right? I mean, there's no reason to chance the foul, the violation, especially with them calling it. We've seen a number of them already here. It's only 9-3, but this third set, we've seen quite a few double touches called already. Going to Kalmar again. Bounced off the net and down to the court it goes. That one fell rather fast. Moniz was not able to get under it. Flyers, like they've done in both of the first two sets, building a substantial lead early. And a timeout called by Coach Noversa. Bengals will huddle up. 11-3. That's in. And an ace coming out of the timeout is unfortunately kind of the last thing you want. But nonetheless, Angela will continue to serve on this lengthy run of points. Another very powerful serve. That one dropped fast. And that is going to be just out. Ten-point lead for the Flyers. And a miscue will finally halt the Flyers. Lynch will serve now for the Bengals, hoping to put a string together of points. Oh boy, that just got over. Kalmar wants it. She got it. Good dig there from Lynch. Fernandez sending it over. Kalmar again, lofted by Lynch. Now Resendiz back to Lynch, and it's out. Out. An ace for Kalmar. That's going to be trouble as well. Man, talk about some powerful serving. (17-5), largest margin by far for either side. Another ace. The Bengals cannot solve Kalmar. So much power. Oh, that was going out. Diman able to receive it and return it. Now from the back line. Gets it done. Out of bounds. They let that one go, and be Diman's 6th point, but damage done. Another good run of points thanks to Flyers serving. Lavoie will send it away. Kalmar calling for it, gets the point. Out of bounds. Double touch. Bengals will get their 8th. Lynch losing her footing, got in the way there, and Fernandez couldn't do anything, couldn't get her footing to get enough power. 22-8. Trouble doesn't come back. 23-8. Into the net. Good stretch there from Resendiz. Looking to set it up once again for Naroj. And it's a 10th point for Diman. Good save there from Kalmar. That ball just kind of died, and look at that, gets to her feet, and it's set point. 24-10. Violation against Diman. Rules it dead. It's 25-10 rout here in the third. And the Flyers hold a 2-1 advantage as we head to the fourth. Do or die time for the Bengals. Fourth set up next. Stay with us.
I'm Mike Labossiere, with Upper Reservation Forester.
And I'm Paul Furlan, the Administrator of Community Utilities.
Protecting open space is a benefit today, and it's a gift to future generations.
For over 150 years, Fall River has been a leader in environmental preservation. The Southeastern Massachusetts Bioreserve ensures forests and fields remain undeveloped and accessible. The Community Preservation Act is a vital component to fulfill climate goals.
Since 2017, CPA funds totaling nearly $1.3 million have been used to acquire conservation areas in Fall River. Educational programs within the bioreserve connect families to nature and promote understanding and respect for diverse culture, history, and wildlife.
Half of Fall River, about 12,000 acres, an area the size of Mattapoisett, is protected water and woodland. Healthy forests minimize flooding, reduce erosion, and provide habitat for endangered species.
As the region expands manufacturing and technology, people are directly reliant on green infrastructure as an irreplaceable source of clean water and air.
Miles of trails wind through unique landscapes which appeal to hikers, cross-country skiers, and mountain bikers. Specific areas are open for safe seasonal hunting. The bioreserve promises endless discoveries and recreational experiences year-round.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Fall River Public Schools has opportunities for positions in multiple areas for people looking to work with the next generation. Come grow with our team. We have openings for teachers, paraprofessionals, and teaching assistants, and other educational support positions available. We are also looking to fill operations support positions such as custodial, security, and food service. We offer competitive salary and benefit plans. We have rewarding work available in our 21st century schools and learning environments. Come grow with us. Please contact the Human Resources Department at 508-675-8420, extension 53708, or see our postings on our website at fallriverschools.org.
Set number 4 about to begin here at Framingham High School. Do or die time. The Bengals with their backs against the wall after dropping the last 2 sets. Real tough one there. 25-10, and they start off behind here in the 4th. That 3rd set, a real dominating performance by the Flyers. Diman getting the point on the violation there. Good serve. Oh, that's going to be trouble. 3rd touch. They'll get it over. But a little dangerous there. Bengals out of system there a little bit. They got to kind of get settled here. Poked over. Great dig, and it will stay in play. Saving it was Siasan. That time, not able to do anything with it. 3-1, and back to serve again for Diman as Mona's. Sunlight fading the frosted glass around the perimeter of this gym up top there. Getting darker as the sun sets here. That is no good either. 4-1. That'll fall. Diman with a 5-1 lead. Biggest lead they've had here in the early stages. Usually they're coming from behind. At least that's been the trend tonight, but right now, taking advantage of some mistakes from Framingham that they were not making in the 3rd set. 6-1. Third touch coming here. Good hit there from Resendiz. A big dig on the other side of it for Framingham. Roa sending it over. And that's trouble. Really good rally, both sides there working hard for that point. It's the second point for the Flyers. And they'll get to go back on the serve, but not before Diman putting a small run together. That one skipping over the net just enough. Straight up, third touch from the back line. Good dig again from Resendiz. Man, she has been so busy. And that is inbounds. Lynch taking advantage of a little space, but just enough. Resendiz in the libero for Diman has literally been at that back center line the whole game. She has had so many chances with the ball. And she's handled it pretty well tonight. Blocked. Oh, but out of bounds it goes. It's a great block, but that's the risk when it's right up against the outside. And that's, you know, the benefit of when you have outside hitters. You hit it hard enough and it gets blocked. Oftentimes kind of goes back where it came from and will end up out of bounds. And that's what happened there. Good serve from Shy. Trouble that time. 7-4. Big swing, nice defense up front for the Bengals. Slows it up enough for Lynch and company to make the play. Now Resendiz will get the ball back line trouble. Bengals third touch. Oh, and it'll do. Unable to dig it out on the back end, and Lynch with the point for Diman. And now she'll serve. A lot of spin, out of bounds. Wow, Kalmar with a big swing in the air from the back line. That's gonna be out. 9-5. Into the net, and an errant serve, 10-5 now. Diman has doubled up their point total. Good serve from Lavoie. Kalmar flat-footed sends it over. Lavoie setting. Third touch. Good dig from Kalmar. Now she'll get up, take the swing. It's off the fingertips, and a point for Framingham. Up into the scaffolding. Good tracking by Resendiz, and the Bengals get it over on the third. That's a great rally right there. Big point. Tough one. Ooh, that was going out, but Lynch leaping and making a play on it. Third touch again, sent right back. Wow, that was close. I saw a lot of that border from here. That ball landed, and we're on the other side of it. I'm surprised that was called in. That's trouble. 11-8. Emma Aka will serve again. Into the net, no good. Diman will now get it back. Evie Fernandez. That's in. Bengals watch it go by. It's 12-9. It's a tough read, though. I mean, the ball had a lot of power behind it and just kind of dropped. Siasan. That's marked in as well. An ace. Wow, that came way back. I thought that was going to go out of bounds. All right, that's another one, though, now. Diamond's back line. Got to read those a little better now, because that's 2 points given up on playable balls. One-point game. Framingham has not led here in the third. Looking to draw even here. Excuse me, the fourth. We're in the fourth set. That's out of bounds. They will not do so. Diamond will continue to lead and now will serve. Up 2. Good defense there. Fernandez read it right that time, and Diamond will get the point on what was a vicious swing from Kalmar. Going back to her, another big swing. Resendiz making the play, and the third touch, Diman sends it over. That might have been going out, but the Flyers play it. Kalmar, again, soft touch, it's played. Lavoie with the set. Miscommunication. And it's 16-12. Bengals trying to get some breathing room again. They need to win here in this fourth set to force a fifth and final set. Lynch for the point. Timeout, Framingham. Both coaches used in the full 60 seconds. Diman going back on the serve. They've gotten the lead back to 5. Another good serve. That's going to be tough play. Not coming back. That was deflected at the line. Resendiz didn't see it. And she let it go out of bounds, not realizing her teammate had tipped it at the net. That's a bummer right there. Great dig by Resendiz. That's going to go out, though. Third touch sent back to the Flyers. Looking to set it up for Kalmar. Big time swing. Rigo caught flat-footed there, some miscommunication. It's a 2-point game. Shy with the serve again. That just gets over inside the antenna. And the point for Diman. They will not relinquish this lead yet. And they'll go back on the serve. 19-16. Lynch will serve. That's gonna just get over. A lot of power that time. Kalmar out of bounds. No deflection that time. And the lead back to 5. Diman just 4 points away from sending it to a 5th. That'll give control back to the Flyers. That is out. Oh, they gave it to him. There was a lot of line on this side of that ball. I'm not so sure. That's twice now. I mean, I know there's line judges here, but when you see in the line, we're behind the ball, that tells me that it's past the line. Sent back, tough play here. Diman back in system, firing, and that's out. It's a 2-point game again. Flyers not going quietly. They don't want this to go to 5. They want to end it now. Angelo will serve again. That is going to go out of bounds. Diman will get control back. To the court. And it's the 20th point for Framingham. And Kalmar will serve. And the one consolation for Diman, yes, she'll serve, and she's very powerful, is she'll be on the back line, though, so can't be an outside hitter. But her serves have been outstanding. Look at the power behind that. Now, that was out of bounds. It was not touched. And Diman will have the point. Huge break for the Bengals. Rigo. Timeout first. Framingham ices the server, so to speak. Diman gets out of the huddle first. Framingham behind them. Rigo will serve for the Bengals. 23-20. Roa palms it, sends it over. Kalmar sends it over now, and it's gonna land. Bengals were not ready for it. And Aka will serve now for Framingham. Resendiz, third touch, and Lynch will send it over. Roa comes in. Does not get a good run at it, no big swing. Fernandez to the court, and it's set point. Fernandez, who just got the point, will look to send it to a 5th set. right, baby. Diman, after getting routed 25-10 in the third, force a fifth set. (25-21). The same score Diman won game one. We're going to keep it here as we reset for the fifth. We will not take a break. No cutaways. The teams are going to stay where they are for the moment. They'll switch halfway through, but the fifth set, as many of you probably know, is a shorter set, first to 15. What a match this has been. Diman showing some real strength after losing 2 straight sets. And again, that third one, 25-10, I mean, it was never close. And so to come back like this, they got a good lead. Took advantage of some mistakes from Framingham in the early goings of that fourth set and never relinquished. Diman hits the court first. I think Diman will be serving first. Oh, no, I take that back. Okay. Well, Framingham started the fourth set, so I thought they would be starting this. I thought Diman would be setting the fifth, but nonetheless. All right. Siasan will get it started. First serve of this fifth set. Point goes to Framingham. Remember, you don't have many points to work with, so you don't want to fall behind by, say, 4 or 5 here to start it off. Zendi's ready for that one. Third touch. That's going to be a foul. A lift. Not up kind of the double poke, right? Not that two-handed and kind of pushing it forward, lifting it forward. Can't do that. 2-0. That was going out, it was played, and now a point for the Flyers, and quickly 3-0. Third touch sent back to the Flyers, and they will go to Roa. That skips off, and it's 4-0. Such a game of momentum. A lot of runs and streaks in this match. for both sides. And Framingham on one right now to start this 5th set. They don't want to go home. Third touch, Roa will send it over. That's out of bounds, and finally the Bengals will get their first point. They miscue. That hit too strongly. Moniz will serve now for Diman. Got to climb out of this hole and quickly. Nice dig. Third touch, Diman. Oh boy, that's going to be a problem. Framingham will serve. Kalmar, that is out. 5-2. Resendiz will serve, and that is short. Nice dig by Resendiz, put right back though by Aka. And it's 7-2. Shy will serve again. Need a big swing. That was a good one. Now Kalmar puts it away. 8-2, and now the teams will switch. Framingham halfway there. And a timeout now before we restart. Bengals need to get the ball back right now. Their hopes dwindling here on the road in the prelims. And unfortunately, that's not going to do it. Shy with the serve again. Kicked, it's still in play. Great heads-up move right there by Moniz. Don't see that often, but the kick is legal. Kept alive. Kalmar kills it. Oh, man. Set up Kalmar. Into the net it goes. Diman will get their 3rd point. Got to go to work now. Lynch rather, will serve. And all that sticks out in my mind is that 10-0 run that she was a part of earlier in this match that propelled Diman to come back and take the first. It was Lynch who was the server, but she's not going to last long. That is out, and the 11th point for Framingham. Big trouble. Flyers 3 points away. Timeout Bengals. 13-3. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, last year Diman had to go into Division I. They didn't get the waiver this year in Division I, but they put in their waiver, to go back down to a lower division as they have been for many years. But at least in volleyball, I can say one thing is that this team can compete in D1. We saw it last year, Arlington, you could say an upset on the road, winning that opening round game. And now this year, getting to the 5th set here against Framingham, not over, but certainly a tall order for Diman now, down by 10. There's very little room for error here. But when you consider the opponent rating of Framingham, Framingham with just 3 wins, but their opponent rating so high that they ended up the 30th seed and are hosting this game, shows you the type of competition they've played against all year. And, you can argue that Diman not at the level of some of the other opponents that Framingham has seen. But that doesn't mean they don't know how to win, they don't know how to compete, because the Bengals with 11 wins getting into this game, and they have competed right from the get-go, and that's why we're in a 5th set. Not afraid that they were down early in that 1st set, came back to win it. And then in game 4, coming back after getting beaten by 15 in the 3rd, they forced this 5th set. It's 13-5 now as Hannah King has come into the game and now doing the serving here. Her rotation has come up. Kalmar, good dig, coming back, good placement. Diman is still alive here. Ball still in play. Going back to Kalmar again, and that will make it match point. (14-5). And Kalmar will look to finish it. Resendiz, 3rd touch coming. Diman will send it over. Poked back, good defense up front. That one comes back again. Bengals with Rigo and Fernandez blocking that front line. Blocking the net. And Rigo will serve. That's it. A valiant effort by the Diamond Bengals here in the D1 prelims. The fifth set goes to Framingham, 15-6. And they win the match 3-2. And they will move on. They'll get the number 3 seed Lincoln Sudbury tomorrow on the road, 4:30. Well, the Diamond season comes to an end. Congrats to Framingham. We wish them the best of luck as they head into the next round. Folks, remember we live stream here on our Facebook page, Fred TV Sports. Like and follow us if you have not done so yet. We archive on our YouTube channel under the same name. Click that subscribe button so you don't miss any new content that we upload. Well, playoffs off to the exciting start here. Diamond not the result they wanted, but nonetheless a great match to watch and to call. Tomorrow a doubleheader on Fred TV, 3:30 playoff field hockey from Durfee, and 6:30 football, week 8, Hilltoppers hosting the Brockton Boxers. We hope you'll join us tomorrow afternoon. On camera, David Montero. I'm Evan Massoud saying so long from Framingham.